Days after Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's remarks on the ongoing farmer protests in India, New Delhi issued a strong démarche to the Canadian High Commissioner Nadir Patel. What warning did India send out to Canada? And what explains Canada's activism over the ongoing farmer protests in India? In the next 4 minutes, we try and better understand what's going on. I'll start with the warning. The Canadian High Commissioner was summoned to the Ministry of External Affairs of India earlier today. Nadir Patel was informed that comments by the Canadian Prime Minister and the members of the Canadian Parliament constitute an unacceptable interference in India's internal affairs. India reiterated that such actions, if continued, would have a seriously damaging impact on ties between the two sides. Allow me to quote now from the Indian Ministry of External Affairs official statement. These comments have encouraged gatherings of extremist activities in front of our High Commission and consulates in Canada that raise issues of safety and security. We expect the Canadian government to ensure the fullest security of Indian diplomatic personnel and its political leaders to refrain from pronouncements that legitimize extremist activism. Now, this is the second warning by India in less than a week. On the 2nd of December, the Indian External Affairs Ministry had urged Canada to not let diplomatic conversations get misrepresented for political purposes. But despite India's requests, Canadian lawmakers have continued to make unwarranted remarks on the farmers' protest, which, by the way, has entered its 9th day as I speak. What explains Canada's activism? What business does Justin Trudeau have in commenting on India's internal affairs? Well, it all seems to be a part of Trudeau's political strategy to appease the Sikh vote bank in Canada. The Sikh community in Canada may comprise 2% of the country's total population, but they have come to wield more power than most of their immigrant counterparts. They have become an influential vote bank. In the 2019 Canadian federal election, as many as 18 Sikhs were voted to the country's parliament. Out of these, 13 belonged to Justin Trudeau's Liberal Party, 4 were from the right-leaning Conservative Party, and 1 from the New Democratic Party. The Sikh community also has a voice at the highest levels of power. Justin Trudeau's own cabinet has 3 Sikh members of parliament. This includes Navdeep Bains, the Minister of Innovation, Science and Industry, Bardesh Shagar, the Minister of Diversity, Inclusion and Youth, and Harjit Sajjan, who has served as the Minister of National Defence since 2015. And by the way, the presence of the Sikh community is not restricted to the current government. The New Democratic Party, which bagged 24 seats in the last election, is led by a Sikh, Jagmeet Singh. Indians may not think much of Jagmeet Singh, but in Canadian politics, he has become a force to reckon with. He is the first Sikh to be elected as leader of a major political party in Canada. It was his party which started a petition on its website calling on Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to make a statement on the protests in India. That petition is on your screen. It has now achieved its purpose. Trudeau has made his stance clear, and the Indian government has responded in kind.